Like I say, to get the ball opening day, to get the ball game one of the postseason, not many guys get to do that in their career. I've been fortunate to do it a couple times, and to do it in my first year here in Baltimore, special as well. This is a great group of guys, and they accepted me from day one when I came in, like I was part of the family, and had a great spring training, great year. So it's a credit to those guys for accepting me as quickly as they did, and meshing in that clubhouse the way we did, and just excited to go out and take the ball and lead the charge for these guys.
What's the biggest challenge in going from the big picture 6-month-long grind of the season to it's 2 out of 3 right now, and that is 3 out of 5 to flip that switch mentally? What's the biggest challenge there?
Yeah, when you're looking at the full 162 game season, you're kind of looking at the long haul of it. As a team, you can have a bad month and come back and have a good month, and you haven't lost any ground. So, postseason's different. You got to take one win at a time. A lot of times you can't move on to the next day unless you win the day before. So, postseason baseball is a different monster. Knowing that this wild card sets the best of 3, it's important to win game 1 tomorrow so that you can win game 2 and get the extra off day and set things up into the DS. So. It's just different. You can't look to the long haul. You're looking one day at a time. You always say that in season, hey, one day at a time. But in the back of your mind, you're always looking at, hey, it's May. We got to make sure we're ready for August, September, October. So we're here. We're in October. It's time to go. So we got to come out and we got to play good baseball tomorrow.
Corbin, when you're on the mound in the actual moment in a playoff game, does it feel different to you, or does it just feel like another start?
For me, I try to treat it as every start's the same. Spring training, opening day, start in June. One of the bad ones in August, they're all the same. For me, the way I go prepare, my 5 or 6 day plan is about the same, just about every time. A lot of guys would say it's pretty boring, but for me, it's what it takes to get out on the mound and be fully prepared. So that I've got my video done, I've done game planning, everything I've done in the 5 days leading up to it. I can go out there and just focus on executing pitches and attacking the game plan and getting out. So for me, the way I look at the start tomorrow is, I've gone through the same 4 days I had the last 6 months of the season, so I'll be prepared when I go out there tomorrow and go out and have fun.
Making the postseason for any team is never a guarantee, but the club won 101 games last year. They probably figured they'd be back here this year, and they went out and got you this offseason, presumably for this exact purpose to start tomorrow. Have you felt any additional pressure this year, knowing that they're relying on you so heavily, and going into tomorrow that they're relying on you for this?
None. I'm only one person. I can only go out there and do my job. I've kind of preached that all year when we've had guys go down, that at that point it's the next guy and steps up and fills those shoes. Those of us that are healthy, we can't throw more innings, we can't make more starts, we can't try to do things to make up for guys that go down. So that's always been my mindset of, hey, these guys brought me in. I'm still one person. I'm going to go out there and give them my all every day, and we'll see where we end up. And being healthy and making 30+ starts is kind of my goal every year, and I know that when I'm on the field I can help a team a lot more than when I'm on the IL. So I take pride in taking care of the body and knowing that when I get out there, usually good things happen.
Corbin, you talked about the struggles in August. What do you think changed for you in your play from August to September?
Yeah, we made a couple of mechanical tweaks, changed the shape of the cutter a little bit. It's no secret that the cutter kind of drives my game. We made some good changes, and we did pretty good with it, and obviously the results of it showed pretty well in September, so we're in a good spot.
Corbin, could you talk a little bit about how you emphasize controlling the running game over the last 7 to 10 starts?
Early on, mechanics were a little bit different. A lot longer, slower to the plate, trying to emphasize some other parts of the game. When we kind of made the mechanical tweaks there beginning of September, kind of went back to what we did in 21 and 22, which was makes me a little bit shorter of the plate, makes the leg kick quicker, and just makes the times a lot quicker to the plate, and kind of takes care of itself in that regard. But still we did a lot of work behind the scenes as far as holds and some mixing some different types of picks and stuff. But just the mechanical changes going back to what I did in 21 fixed a lot of that issue.
Corbin, you mentioned that you treat every starter the same, but this is not your first postseason record. You've been a starter, you've been a reliever in postseason before. What do you learn from those experiences that maybe help you step onto the mound tomorrow and feel like this is another start?
Yeah, postseason games. Obviously, the atmosphere is a lot different. the crowd's going to be in every single pitch that, they might be in a regular season game once a week or so. In the postseason, the momentum is huge, and that's something you can feel, whether it's the first inning, whether it's the sixth inning, whether it's the ninth inning. So the postseason game isn't necessarily about going out there and trying to score the most runs. It's more about controlling the momentum. If you have the momentum on your side, then chances are you're going to win that baseball game. So you can feel that as a player. Obviously, there's going to be more adrenaline. Games mean a lot more. So just being in that atmosphere before, going through it a bunch of times, you kind of learn ways to slow the game down a little bit, which I'm excited to kind of see some of the young guys that we have that maybe only have the 3 games of postseason experience from last year, or first year playing in the postseason this year. Just talking to them and saying like, hey, you're still playing baseball. A lot of guys try to make it bigger than it is. It's still a baseball game. You still got to go out there. You got to get 27 outs, and you got to score as many runs as possible.